Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of our Manchester City career mode here in Season 4. And Season 4 is going to end on a bit of a deflated note, isn't it? No FA Cup, no Carabao Cup, and no Champions League action until the end of the season now. We've got 10 games or so left. We look like we're going to be Premier League winners. The excitement has really been dragged out of the series a little bit towards the end of Season 4. And I've never had this in a series before, that it's just been like this. We're absolutely blitzing the Premier League. And actually, if we get 3 points in all of our Premier League games, we'll finish with 103 points, which will beat Manchester City's record. We're a mile away from Liverpool. We're a mile away from Chelsea, Villa, Spurs and Newcastle, Manchester United, anyone around us. We've been so good in the Premier League, but we've been terrible in the FA Cup, terrible in the Carabao Cup, and terrible in the Champions League. Knocked out by Atletico Madrid 4-1 at home in the last episode. And that really has put sort of a damp note on this Season 4, but actually makes it very exciting to see for Season 5 to try and get back to the level we should be at in the Cup competitions. We've got, in the league, 10 games remaining. Newcastle away, Leicester City at home, Fulham away, and then Bournemouth at home, Burnley away, Everton at home, Sheffield United away, Brighton at home, Crystal Palace away, and Manchester United away on the final game of the season. Now let's work out right now the games we're going to play. So we'll play this Newcastle and Leicester City game at the start of today's episode. That's 2 games. We fit in 4 games an episode. Fulham away, Bournemouth away, and Burnley away will simulate. We will play Everton at home, leaving us with a simulation against Sheffield United away and games against Brighton possibly, Crystal Palace and Manchester United away from home, unless we are so far points clear in the Premier League that we will lift the title before the end of the season. Perhaps we'll play that game. But we're going to try and finish the series now in 2 more episodes, not let it drag on, because it could do with, just a sort of, real disappointing note of how Gashardo's men have performed. I mean, there's some players that have really underperformed this season. We'll have a look at the stats straight away. We don't usually look at the stats at the end of the season, but we're going to look at the stats straight away. Some players have really underperformed this season, and I'm talking about, Sterling's got 22 goals, Isak with 21, not the same as last year, but Vlahovic, 13 goals. That's it. 13 goals all season. Assist-wise, Foden, Grealish coming up, yes. Vlahovic 8. He just hasn't been at it, does Sam? And of course, in real life, he has moved to Juventus. So perhaps we make real life, real. Let Vlahovic move to Juventus and bring in a different striker. Maybe even we give one man a go, who we should be probably giving a go at some point. Liam Delap, 82 rated, 22 years of age, clearly ready for Manchester City first team football. It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. Season 5 is going to be very exciting as well. Season 5 is going to be very exciting because there's one confirmed incoming. You guys know it is. I'm not going to say the name, but you guys surely know who's coming in Season 5. But let's get into this episode and finish up this series with 2 more episodes. So 6th place Newcastle we face today. And this is a side we're going to go with. Ederson starts to goal. It's Cancelo, Diaz, Torres and Tierney in that back 4. Phillips, Kaiki, Bellingham and Grealish in that midfield 4. And then up front it's Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Isak. Vlahovic, Foden, Palmer, McAtee, Lacroix, Aarons and Bazunu on the bench. If you've noticed, a few players are just quite, just content. Torres, Phillips and Cancelo. I think those are players that expect more of the team and expect to do better this season. So hopefully the Premier League title will make them a little bit happy. Perhaps Marcelo Gashardo's job is in a little bit of danger at the moment. He might be running away with the Premier League. Performances in the other competitions might put the board, a bit of pressure on him. So we're in the rain at St James's Park, Manchester City versus Newcastle United. Newcastle have been pretty good this season, up into 6th place and making developments, aren't they? Slowly but surely, with a strong side. They're spending in the window, and also their number 1 goalkeeper, Mickey Van Sass, there on the banner, is on loan from us. He could be our first team goalkeeper pretty soon in the future. So this is the Newcastle side. Van Sass, the captain, is in goal. Frimpong, Hayden, Pavard, Timori and Bondswell, the back 5. Weigl, Kamara and Longstaff in the midfield 3. And Andrea Bellotti partners Mawani up top of the bench. Dubravka, Soufal, Longstaff, Wilson, Collar, Turnbull and Fortunis. But interesting to see Frimpong, another ex-Manchester City player, in there as well. Of course, as the goalkeeper on loan, Mickey Van Sass. It's City versus Newcastle, a heavily rotated side from the previous game against Atletico Madrid, the final episode where we were really poor, and we need to get that game out of our head. We need to finish this season off, get into Season 5, don't we? And start, really making a difference to this team. There's plenty of way to go. Good play from Pavard there. So City versus Newcastle, it's live from St James's Park. Bellingham. Grealish. Grealish sets his sights and Mickey Van Sass is there to save. He had a wonderful game against us last time. Ridiculously good game. on loan here at Newcastle. Will he have one of them again? Quite perhaps he will do. Kaiki and Isak combine. Kaiki. Back to Alexander Isak. Into Bellingham. Stood off him again. Jude Bellingham with a hit with a left boot. And a good save by the captain Van Sass. Bellingham. Posing for a challenge. Skipped over it to the midfielder. Frimpong. Chance here. Strike from range. Good tip round the post by the Brazilian Ederson. Two goalkeepers matching up against each other. Could be matching up next season. Of course, Van Sass on a 2-year loan, so it won't be next season. Unless we recalled him if we were desperate for him. It'll be the season after. Back into Bellingham. Into Grealish from the edge of the box again. Blocked away. Kamara underneath that one. Isak. Kaiki. Kaiki still. Into Bellingham with a left boot. What a hit from Jude Bellingham. The number 8 scores and gives us the lead here. Well, a generational talent he is, Jude Bellingham. Spent a lot of his first season at the club injured, which is a big blow. But that is brilliant by him. Great work from Kaiki on this left-hand side. We seem to have a lot of space in the edge of the box. And Bellingham steps up and Van Sass is nowhere near that. Into the top corner from Bellingham. His 3rd goal and a blue shirt this season. And 1-0 lead after 35 minutes. It's a shame we haven't had him more this season. He's so good. I think he's such an all-rounder, Bellingham. Perfect replacement for Gundogan because he can play as a defensive midfielder, he can play as an attacking midfielder, but he's a perfect balance between the two. And something this squad really does lack. Here's Frimpong. Chance for Newcastle straight away. Chance! Good block from Diaz and Ederson picks that up. And rolls it out to Kaiki. Cross comes Pau Torres. Belotti. In here. Calvin Phillips. Good defending. Mawani had a tap in there. And Phillips read that really well. Well, a clean sheet here will do us a lot of good, I think. Chance here. Blocked behind by Kaiki. Another corner. He'll do us a world of good a clean sheet here today. Just a bit of confidence defensively once again. Ederson out to this one. Ederson catches this one. Half time. Manchester City 1. Newcastle 0. Good performance so far. Maybe we should play those young players more. These young English players. Tierney with a good block. Handball. Referee says play on. Frimpong still. Tierney with a second chance at it. Frimpong. Brilliant fullback play. Ederson good goalkeeping in the end. Here's Grealish. Oh, it's a red card here. Jeremy Frimpong is off. Well, he's had a fantastic performance against his former side at that right wing side, but he does this so many times, does he? How many times do you see it on FIFA? Belotti is off. On comes Sofal, ex-West Ham man in that position, but why did they do that on FIFA? I don't know. Happens so often at the moment. When he's passed, he spun Pau Torres as the check. Sofal still. And again. Bellingham back. Helping his side out. Longstaff, near post finish. All that from Ederson. Had a great performance. And then he goes and gets beat at the near post like that. Should not be beaten there, I don't think. Should not be beaten at the near post like that. I'm really frustrated that Ederson gets beat by something like that. At the near post. Across his shoulder. Not good enough from the Brazilian. All level at 1-1. No clean sheet. With our strongest defence out there, you'd say. Still can't, keep ourselves from conceding goals. Into Bellingham. Kaiki. Good football. Really nice football. Joao Cancelo. That's a hard ball to play, but he's played to Alexander Isak, and Isak scores. Well, he's not really had a chance created for him. Not really had a chance created for him. But he got one there and he finished it off. Great finish. Good ball from Cancelo. We saw that run from Isak. Gets his 18th of the season there, Alexander Isak. He's not scored in 5 or 6 games, which sums up his season really. He either scores a hat-trick or doesn't score at all. The strikers have let us down a little bit this season, I feel. Phillips. Bellingham, it's a terrible pass. Bellingham makes a foul. We play on. Oh, skip past Pau Torres. Chance for Mawani again. Ederson at the near post, 2-2. Near post OP, as they say. Mawani gets a goal. Mawani celebrates in style. Ederson concedes again. When he gets across, Diaz too easy, but Ederson at the near post. Name a better duo than those two. Kolo Mawani gets his goal. We're all level at 2-2 after just scoring ourselves. Here's Kaiki. Kaiki. Alexander Isak. Into Kaiki. Here is the Brazilian. Kaiki lifts it into Jack Grealish to the far post. That's a brilliant goal. Grealish beats Van Sass who can't be happy with that one. But that was a great crossing from Kaiki. Lifts it to Grealish at that far post, who taps it in. Wonderful ball from Kaiki. Not going to bring Phil Foden, I'll tell you that. What a ball in. And a tap in for Grealish in his left boot through the legs of the goalkeeper. Substitution time. Palmer. Oh, McAtee. We haven't seen McAtee for a while. Bellingham off, he's on a yellow. McAtee comes on. Aarons for Cancelo as well. Need to use our squad a little bit more, possibly. Great goal from Grealish, by the way. And on comes McAtee and this man, Max Aarons. 2 more English players on. We probably should be playing more football for us. I mean, we didn't use them at all in the last episode. McAtee has got a big future ahead of him. We've not played him enough, but there's not enough space in the squad, you'd say, would you? So many good players in this team. But McAtee scored our first goal in this season in the Premier League. James McAtee with a chance. Straight into the hands of Mickey Van Sass. But another 3 points here today, it looks like. Throw out to Palmer. On the chest of Cole Palmer. Still going Cole Palmer. Brilliant. Brilliant. McAtee. Isak. Grealish. Grealish still. And a good bit of defending by Newcastle again. Phillips will chase Sofal, who's been their most forward-thinking player from fullback. Still they come forward here, Newcastle. Longstaff. Oh, what a ball. Mawani passes it. Sofal. Pau Torres nods it away. Grealish underneath it. Full time of 3-2 win. That was a tough one in the end. Newcastle easily have rescued a point there. But 3 points on the board. Guichardo gets back to winning ways. He's probably not bothered how we do it, as long as we do it. And we do get the 3 points. I mean, some of the younger players playing again. Still, obviously, top of the Premier League table, even if we'd lost that game. So up next is Leicester City, but something to be very worried about is in the top left-hand side of the screen. Of course, it still says Pep Guardiola. A few people have commented on that. For whatever reason, on FIFA, you cannot change the names. Of course, Marcelo Guichardo is our manager, not Pep Guardiola. He's our previous manager. But you can see that the manager rating has gone down to 51. That is worrying. We could see Guichardo sacked at the end of the season because of the poor performances in the domestic competitions. He might be the first ever manager to win us the Champions League. He might have been, absolutely run away with the Premier League this season. But the players have stopped playing for him in a way, and he could get sacked down to the Champions League, Carabao Cup, and FA Cup performances. We play Leicester City today, and this is the side we're going to go with. Ederson starts in goal. It's Aarons, captain Diaz, Torres, and Esbrand in that back four. It's Rodri, Foden, Bellingham, and Grealish in the 3. Again, De Bruyne on the bench. Bellingham starts, and we get him when we play him there. Just on a bit more of a, get into the box, stay at the edge of the box, and come back on defence, because he's so good at going forward and backwards. And then Sterling and Alexander Isak start up top. On the bench, it's Vlahovic, De Bruyne, McAtee, Phillips, Tierney, Jimenez, and Bazunu. And actually, I'm thinking Jesus in there for Phillips. We don't think we'll need to bring him on. Jay's more of a winger. McAtee probably will come on as well. De Bruyne possibly. That's the side we're going to go with against Leicester City today. So Manchester City versus Leicester City. City top of the Premier League table like we are, but due to performances poor in all other competitions, a man under pressure is the man in the dugout, Marcelo Guichardo. He may have won, like we said, the Champions League last season. He may have been top of the Premier League table. He may be the Premier League winning manager this season, but he still might be sacked because at Manchester City, we just expect more, don't we? And the board seem very unhappy with the manager at the moment. This is the Leicester City side here. Fredrickson starts in goal. It's Stones, Zagadou, Kessié and Macaulay at the back. It's a long name, Lechabella in the midfield too. It's Phil Menley, Serge Gnabry, and this is an odd team. Wilfred Ndidi there. Patson Daka up top. They've got Gundogan, Tammy Abraham, Vestergaard, Schmeichel on the bench. But, I mean, what is John Stones doing at right back? Kessié at centre back. Interesting side from Brendan Rodgers. It's Manchester City versus Leicester City, and it's live from the Etihad Stadium. Here's Josh Wilson-Esbrand, who is going to be the starting left back next season. Kieran Tierney has been shocking this season. Absolutely shocking this season. Not the left back I hoped he'd be, or expected him to be. And here's Isak. Esbrand. Esbrand still. Away from Stones, Esbrand. Into Alexander Isak with the left foot. Fredrickson with a good, strong 2 hands to get it away. And Malakia into Phil Mendy, who's now a winger. Mixed up Leicester City side. Good interception by Diaz. And back in possession we are. Here's Grealish. Skips past 1. Isak. Over 2. Phil. Foden on the volley. Brilliant goal from Manchester City. And 1-0 we lead Leicester within 5 minutes. Fantastic little ball there by Alexander Isak over the top. And Phil Foden with a volley. Little burst of acceleration from Grealish. Isak lifts it and Foden volleys it. And Phil Foden, so two-footed, can shoot, can pass, can dribble, can do absolutely everything, can create chances, can cross. He's going to be one of the best players in the world. Wonderful player. 1-0 we lead Leicester City. And here's Phil Mendes. They go the attack straight away. Max Aarons, well, his first start in a long while. And he gives away a penalty within 6 minutes. That is disappointing from Aarons. And Patson Daka steps up to beat Ederson here. Will he go left or right? I think he might go left, Patson Daka. Patson Daka with a finish from the spot. No clean sheet again. Exciting start. Real exciting start here. It's just massive. How can it be like this? 1-1 straight away. The defence crumble. Max Aarons with a silly, silly challenge. Gives away a penalty and Patson Daka steps up with a wonderful penalty. The Zambian international. We've really got to do that. Ball over top by Leicester. Good ball. Esbrand the cross. He's kept it in as that man, Patson Daka with a strike. And a save from Ederson. But yeah, I think we should give the younger players the reins a bit more next season. We've seen Esbrand perform, McAtee perform. Players like that we've not given such a chance to. Here's Josh Wilson-Esbrand. The chance to assist for the fullback. Esbrand looks to pull back. Zagadou intercepts. Sterling. Jude Bellingham with a hit and Bellingham over the bar. I think Bellingham's got to get more involved next season. Leicester away. Pau Torres down to Isak. And behind to Grealish, who skips past two. Brilliant. Grealish. Grealish. Grealish! Good shot, good save by the goalkeeper. Strong hands from Fredriksson. What a replacement for Schmeichel they found here in a young Danish goalkeeper. Brand. Bellingham. Into Grealish, great pass. Stones is backtracking here to get back. Grealish into Isak. Isak into Sterling. Raheem. Sterling with a chance. Raheem Sterling does not miss chances like that. This man is one of the best players in the world. We won the Ballon d'Or with him, didn't we, this season? For last season mainly, but absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from Raheem Sterling. Great ball from Grealish. Isak lays it off. And Raheem Sterling finishes that one with ease. Brilliant goal from Raheem Sterling. Ndidi once more. Oh, a runner here. Malakia spins. Aarons. Bellingham blocks that chance for Wilfred Ndidi. And here come City again. And what a ball from Grealish. First time into Raheem Sterling. He's got Zagadou with him. Kessié there also. Sterling. Sterling. Phil Foden with a chance. And 3-1 Manchester City. That is swift counter-attacking football from Gashado's side. Brilliant, brilliant play. And we lead by 3-1 here against Leicester City. Brilliant football. Sterling just slows down. Away from Stones. And what a finish from Phil Foden. He's not missing that one, is Phil. 3-1. Isak, Foden and Sterling. Grealish also involved there, who played the killer pass. With the engine of Bellingham in the midfield, I do feel like I'm a little more defensively solid. Esbrand. Gnabry round him. Just keeps going though, Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Nothing stops him. Daka, Diaz. Well, what... Guys, what can I do about that? That is nearly as bad as that. If you remember the Vincent Kompany own goal against Fulham quite a few years ago now, it's in a Manuel Pellegrini season, the most ridiculous own goal you'll ever see. This is up there with a ridiculous own goal. Ederson just lets it go. I mean, Ederson's still reaching for it and the ball's in the net. What is Ederson doing? (3-2), Leicester back in it. Ruben Diaz own goal. I'd say that was an Ederson own goal. How has Ederson been beaten by that? I don't know. Frustrating. 3-2, Leicester City right back in this game once again. Bellingham across. Nutmegged. Chance here. Chance for Serge Gnabry. Save Madison. Offside, is it? No, it's a corner. Indeed it. Mendy. Good tackle by Aarons. Better the second time. Rodri. Isak. Brilliant. Brilliant from Alexander Isak here. Here's Phil Foden. Way to pass. Going to be perfect into Alexander Isak at the near post. What a bit of goalkeeping from Fredriksson there. Strong hands by the number 12 to keep that one out. Crossing to Diaz. Diaz heads it into the ground and into the goalkeeper's hands. Diaz with a foot in. John Stones past Esbrand. Pau Torres dives in. Just put them off a little bit. Still. Header across the box to Tammy Abraham. What a save by Ederson. Aarons is going to get up here. Thank you, Max Aarons. Good save, Ederson, by the way. Really good save. Sterling. Bellingham. Mendy can't get on the end of it. Cannot get on the end of it, luckily for us. Rodri. Just not in control of games. Bellingham, that's poor. Lashabilla. Pass Rodri. Sterling jumps in for the tackle, and that is full time. Again, we scrape past another team. 3-2 win for Manchester City. But we are a little bit worried with how we perform. Gashardo's men struggling against Brendan Rodgers, but we do get the 3 points once again. Well, look at this, everyone. Things start to get scary. Good afternoon, Mr. Gashardo, it should say. The board wishes to inform you that your position at the club is currently under close observation. Our confidence in regards to your ability to manage the club successfully has been undermined by recent results. While no decision has been reached, we urge you to give every effort to start achieving positive outcomes in relation to the goals we agreed upon from this season. Yours sincerely, the board of directors. Regards, or whatever you want to call it. Marcelo Gashardo could be on his way out here. So up next, it's Fulham away from home. Another 3 points here would put us still on course to break the Premier League record. They're down in 17th position. And it's a 3-1 win over Fulham. Sheloff gets a goal for them, but it's Gabriel Jesus with a double and Jack Grealish with another goal for Manchester City this season. Another sim game against another easy side. It's bottom of the Premier League table, 20th place Bournemouth. It's going to be another win, isn't it, in this quick sim? And it's a 2-1 win only against Bournemouth. Isak and Grealish for the goals. Danny Gomez scores the opener for them, but Grealish just on the stroke of half-time. And Isak later on gets his 20th goal, I think that is, of the season, and gives us a 2-1 win. Another 3 points again. We're on a massive win streak in the Premier League, this time against Bournemouth. I mean, just look at the Premier League table. We're on 85 points here, just absolutely running away with the Premier League. And today, for our final sim game of the episode, before playing the game against Everton at home, we face Burnley away, and they're in 14th place. We will simulate this Burnley game. I was initially thinking of playing it, but we'll simulate it, play the Everton game, then the last episode of the season will be Sheffield United and the Brighton and the Crystal Palace and the Manchester United games. Well, a game of goals again, and a game where we concede 3 goals away from home to Burnley. Yeremy Pino opens the score in the 39th minute. Immediately reply is Joao Cancelo. Cancelo scores again to make us a 2-1 lead. Provod scores then to level it up at 2-2. Aaron's with a goal in the 76th minute to make it, 3-2. Kent to make it 3-3 the 81st. And a last minute dagger from Alexander Isak in the 87th minute gives us a 4-3 win over Burnley. And 3 points again in the Premier League, keeping us a mile ahead at top of that table and looking set on course to break the Premier League points record. So final game of today's episode time. Top of the Premier League table with 88 points after 33 games. Chelsea second with 67 points. Liverpool third with 65. Spurs with 56. We are just one of the best teams ever to be in the Premier League. Extended run to 9 games under Gashardo, but still Sheikh Mansour is very unhappy. 49 rating, manager rating and trust rating in Marcelo Gashardo. Could see him leave at the end of the season. You know, clearly the board have become a lot more harsh after the Pep Guardiola days. They want this team to be perfect, and you can't be going out in the cup so early on. But we'll end the episode with Everton, and then the final episode of the series will be up next. Games against Sheffield United, Brighton, Crystal Palace and Manchester United. Lifting the Premier League title, of course, but we could be seeing the last of Marcelo Gashardo. This is the side for Everton today. Edison starts in goal. It is Cancelo, captain Ruben Diaz. Let's just give him that captain's armband. Pau Torres, Josh Wilson, Esbrand in the back 4. Rodri, De Bruyne, Jude Bellingham and Foden in that midfield 4. And it's Raheem Sterling partnering Gabriel Jesus, now 91 rated, both of them. Up top on the bench, Dusan Vlahovic, Alexander Isak. We've got Grealish, Phillips, Tierney, Aarons and Bazunu. No Lacroix, no Jimenez. Actually, we'll get him on the bench ahead of him. No Aarons, no... Kaiki, McAtee, all those players miss out. Gutierrez as well, but he's 80 rated now, this midfielder. Probably going to be pretty involved next season. But that's just another midfield that we've got to deal with. So many midfielders in this squad. I think we need to cut down on midfielders next season. And that's something that's going to be pretty important for the future of the club. So Manchester City versus Everton end this episode with a high. Try and keep Gashardo in charge. Try and not get sacked. That's what it's about now. We will be winning the Premier League. There's no doubt about that. And today we face Everton at home, a side that are not doing incredibly well in the league. You know, sides like Aston Villa and Newcastle really have overtaken them from mid-table into trying to break into that top 4, break into those Europa League places. Everton not been able to do that with manager Frank Lampard, of course. Now, we've got a strong side and we're looking to go 10 games undefeated, a 10-game win streak in the Premier League. So this is the Everton side. They've got Mere in goal, a back four of Jorge Sanchez, Zuma, Guerrero and Bremer, Allen and Doucouré in the midfield too, Anthony Gordon, Holsek and Palestri in behind Mohamed Kudus. Now Everton battered us in the FA Cup, was it the Carabao Cup? Michael Keane, Damari Gray, Larson, Gabaman, Lynott, Sims and Grabowski on the bench. The Everton did knock us out 5-0 or so, wasn't it? In the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, whichever one it was. And that is one of the reasons that Gashaw's under so much pressure this season. Can't be letting them do that to us today in the Premier League. Despite us going to be Premier League winners, we've got to win every single game. Try and break the records if we can. It's a poor pass by Esbrand. If we can break the records, maybe the club will keep us in charge. Can't see for Kudus. Oh, what a hit from Mohamed Kudus. Well, he did this against us last time, didn't he, in the Cup? He's done it again today. Top corner, straight away. Clean sheet gone. 1-0 down. What a hit. What a hit from Mohamed Kudus. De Bruyne into Sterling. Wide to Gabriel Jesus. He's got a foot race with Rafael Guerrero, which he's won here. And Gabriel Jesus puts it across the box to Raheem Sterling, who will always finish that one off. And he levels up at 1-1. And one of the best players, if not the best player in the world, Raheem Sterling, in this save, has done it again there. Another goal for us in another crucial moment. Jesus gets away. Him and Sterling, the highest rated strikers, not Alexander Isak anymore, and not Dusan Vlahovic. Jesus and Sterling combine 1-0 within 15 minutes. It should be, but it's 1-1 after that really early conceded goal. Poor conceded goal really to Kudus. We stood off him, but it was an absolute wonderful hit. Here's De Bruyne. Jesus into Phil Foden with the right boot, and Phil Foden makes it 2-1. As easy as that, within 2 minutes, we turn the game around. That's our quality that we've got. What a finish from Phil Foden on the right foot. This man is going to reach Lionel Messi levels. There's absolutely no doubt about that. De Bruyne into Jesus, wide to Foden for his second assist of the game. And he hits that with just so much power on the right foot, but he hits it straight at the goalkeeper, upwards into the roof of the net. It's a difficult one to get your hands to. And we lead by 2-1 here, and we need to keep that going, don't we? I mean, I do want to give Phil Foden the number 10 shirt eventually here. I know he wears the number 47, and there's a reason he wears that number 47. I did contemplate giving him the number 8 shirt, but I thought he suits the number 10. So when Jack Grealish does eventually leave us, I think the number 10 for Phil Foden is the way to go. It's Manchester United player. Gordon does well there. Kudus, who is an absolute talent, isn't he? Mohamed Kudus. What a chance. We've pulled it back. The chance for Everton to make it 2-2. Well, on average, you concede around 2 goals a game, which isn't helpful at all, which is cost us in the cup competitions, and Palestri scores. Again, Kudus causing the problems. Pulls it back. It's a tap-in for Palestri, really hits that with power, didn't need to. All level at 2-2, and we could have scored at the other end. But that's our issue, isn't it? Defence is still an issue. We bought in Pau Torres, who I thought would fix the defence. Has he fixed the defence? Is it the tactics that is the defensive issue? We've brought in Jimenez, so in case Diaz isn't there, Jimenez is a player that is very highly rated. Can step in for Diaz. He also hasn't really been there for us. KDB looking for a pass. He's got Raheem Sterling running behind. It's a great pass to Sterling, who's up against Kurt Zouma. And Sterling's done brilliantly. And here's Joshua Wilson-Esbrand. And Esbrand back into Gabriel Jesus to make it 3-2. We're back in front again. Jesus this time. Good work from Josh Wilson-Esbrand. Pulls it back to the Brazilian, who scores a tap-in, really. Great work by Sterling into Esbrand, across to Jesus, and it's a tap-in for Gabriel, past the Italian Mere. Esbrand is so good. He's definitely a starter. Jesus 13 goals this season now. 3-2 lead, just the stroke at half-time. But again, a game full of goals, no control in the game. And something that's got to change next season. De Bruyne with a handball. Referee says play on. I don't think Gashado will be here next season. I really don't. Judging by the manager rating, we've seen it before with Pep. Nearly got sacked, or did get sacked. Kudus again, what a block by Diaz. Bellingham blocks that one. Rodri flies in, another block. And we get it away. We hang on here. Heroic defending from Diaz. Kudus is on his knees. Should have scored there, really, but Ruben Diaz puts his body on the line. And 3-2, we lead Everton at half-time. Plays a great ball up to Sterling here. Doesn't quite reach him. Bellingham with a head in there. Foden. Sterling. Back to Phil Foden. Nice football from Sterling and Phil Foden, but just couldn't quite combine. Cancelo can't win it back just, though he does win it back. Well done, Joao Cancelo. Foden. Bellingham. De Bruyne stood off him. Raheem Sterling in there. There's a handball from an Everton player. Going to be a free kick pretty close here. Rafa Benitez, apparently still in charge. No Frank Lampard. This is De Bruyne. Have we got a left footer yet? A left footer in Phil Foden. Seems like the sort of player that could get this one in. Here's Phil Foden with a free kick, and what a free kick that is from Phil Foden. 4-2. I told you you can reach Messi levels, and he is reaching Messi levels. He's a master of the pass. He's a master of the finish. He's a master of the dribble. He's a master of a quick run using his pace. He's a master of the free kick and set piece. What a free kick from Phil Foden. Brilliantly into the top corner. Manchester City 4, Everton 2. That is just a ridiculous strike from Phil. Phil Foden. Into Gabriel Jesus. What a ball. Jesus across to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling with a strike. 5-2 Manchester City. Sterling gives us a 3-goal lead now. And that is it done. Let's make some substitutions straight away while they're celebrating. Sterling for Isak, Vlahovic for Jesus. And we'll bring on Jack Grealish for Kevin De Bruyne. 5-2 Manchester City. That is game. That is game. Brilliant ball through to Jesus. Cross the box to Sterling. And he puts that one in the top corner. Or the bottom right-hand corner, actually. Brilliant from Raheem. Him and Jesus and De Bruyne come off. Vlahovic, Isak and Grealish come on. I mean, that just shows the strength and depth of our squad, doesn't it? You take off those three and bring on these three. It's ridiculous. And now we lead by 5-2. The touch and go. And here's Damari Gray in behind here. Powell dives in. Mohamed Kudus with a chance. Good save by Edison. Damari Gray still. Diaz with a toe in. Back into Kudus. Kudus with a header. Powell on his way to Isak. I don't think he's anywhere near the level Kudus is at. Bellingham into Grealish, given away. Decore's picked up an injury, and that is full time. A big win in the end. A 5-2 win over Everton. Sterling was fantastic. Jesus was as well. Phil Foden even better. And the City players are celebrating. I think, does that mean mathematically we are Premier League champions? Sterling with a double, Foden with a double. Look at the players celebrating. Could we see the team lift the Premier League title right here, right now? Let's just hang on and wait and see. Because I think that means we are Premier League winners. I really do think that means we are Premier League winners. Look at the celebrations here. The morale in the squad will go up. Hopefully the board confidence in the squad will go up after that. After a big win in the Premier League that gives us the Premier League title. And it does mean we are Premier League winners. So before they even end the series, we've already won the Premier League. So we can be record breakers. It's all about beating that 100 points now. But this is how we end today's episode. With the players stepping up to the podium to lift our 3rd Premier League title in a row. Here comes Diaz. Hands on the trophy. Manchester City, Premier League winners for a 3rd time. Incredible. 3-time winners there. On the bounce. Don't get better than that. It shows our dominance domestically. We've won our first European trophy last season. We've bottled it this season. We will be back next season. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This series is not over quite yet. We still could be record breakers and beat the points tally. And we still have the end of season awards to go. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the scenes and the pictures of Ruben Dias, our captain, holding that Premier League title once again. And we'll see you guys next time.